I'm Jim Monaghan here on the Jersey Magazine at 105.5 WDHA. My next guest is someone I've known, wow, a long time. I coached against Jack Winters when he was a freshman in high school at River Dell High School in Bergen County. And now here you are as a college coach at Bloomfield College. First, congratulations on the head coaching gig.
Thank you.
Wonderful for you.
Thanks.
Your coaching career has taken you from your alma mater. You also coached at Mawa High School. You've had, is this your third college gig or is this the fourth? I know you were at Centenary.
Fourth college gig and Bergen Community College.
Right. Now, in all of those stints, you were just, and I use that in quotes, just the pitching coach. Now you're the big guy.
Yeah.
What's that transition been like for you, Jack?
It's, it's definitely a bigger plate to eat off of. But it's an awesome challenge, and it's a really cool opportunity to guide a program, not just guide a pitching staff. And you get when you're the pitching coach, you have your 15 or so odd guys that you work with and you look after, and now you have a whole team and you have a whole coaching staff. So the responsibility and being able to help everybody grow positively is it's a really cool responsibility.
When I saw that you had gotten the job at Bloomfield, I really wasn't surprised, because one of the things, and again, Jack and I have known each other a long time. We worked at a place called Professional Baseball Instruction up in Bergen County together for a number of years. And one of the things that always impressed me about you, Jack, was your organizational skills. I mean, you had charts up in the dugout, even when you were coaching like 13 and 14-year-olds.
I think
get ready for the next level.
Yeah, well, one thing that won't change is I'll always have at least 5 clipboards in the dugout with the carabiner hung on the fence. So whether it's, a youth team or, Division II college team, the approach is somewhat similar. I hope, the players, we like to be, organized and efficient in everything we do. And, I hope the players, enjoy that as a new coach and setting a new culture, new standards, but, hopefully carry some of that into their daily habits as well.
Now, aside from going from just managing a pitching staff to managing a whole group of players, what has been the biggest adjustment for you going from what you were doing before to being a head coach now?
Using time effectively. I mean, there's so much that you want to accomplish in every practice. And, in Division II, your fall season is 25 dates in 45 days. And, you get about 15 hours a week on the field. And it's a lot to, get into those 15 hours. And you want to give everything your full attention. But it's hard to be in one place, but also worry about what's going on in another place, and try to accomplish everything that you want to that you set out for the day. But the adjustment from pitching coach to to head coach it's been hectic, but it's definitely been a lot of fun.
Now, in addition to playing again in high school, you also played in college, Rutgers, Newark, and Redlands in California, and
the University of Redlands, yes.
A couple of years in pro ball, in indie ball. What's the best part of that experience that you've been able to bring to the college coaching ranks, Jack?
Well, I was at 2 different 4-year schools, and there's a lot of life lessons you learn through baseball, and obviously through your college years. And I really had 2 experiences of that, and then on top of that, the whole different experiences you get in college summer ball. So there was a lot of growth through those years, and especially at the transition. But being able to interact with the players and try to help them through there's each individual situation. Drawing back on a lot of different experiences is really helpful to relate to the players. And also try to help them not make the same mistakes that I did.
As a player, we always talk about the game starting to move faster as you go from Little League, and maybe you're playing travel ball, and then from travel ball, you're playing for your school team, and then you keep going up the ranks. As a coach, what's that like as the game starts to speed up?
I think, from a player development side, you think about, you have a high school player going into college, it's like AA going to the major leagues. So, there's a transition period where you kind of have to learn the game a little bit, more, because things that without paying attention to small detail can really, snowball into a big inning for the other team. But from the coaching side, for me, I think the difference between levels is, when you have to think ahead. And, when, especially at the college level in a 9-inning game, the game is won and lost in 7, 8, and 9. So, how the game's going early on, might dictate the momentum and, the decisions you have are not able to make. But, as going from, Little League transitioning through, preparation for the end of the game, is something that really sticks out to me.
You kind of alluded to this a little earlier. We're speaking with Jack Winters. He's the new head baseball coach at Bloomfield College here on the Jersey Magazine on WDHA. You mentioned life lessons that you learn from baseball, and coaches learn them, players learn them. What's the biggest thing that you've gotten from baseball, Jack?
Oh man, I think, and something I really try to harp to our players about is your reputation, and how you play the game, and how that helps dictate your reputation. And the wonderful thing about baseball is how you approach it, what you put into it, it's very similar to life and life challenges that are put ahead of you, where you have to make adjustments and learn by trial and error. But ultimately I think what you're known for, what you can look back on your 4-year career and look at what you were known for as a player, what you're known for as a teammate, what you're known for as a person. So that's something we really try to instill in our guys early, is to think about your actions and your decisions, and what that's going to do for your reputation.
One of the reasons that I wanted to have you on today is one of your duties now is to fundraise.
Yeah. The ugly head of fundraising. Yes.
You don't have to do that when you're a pitching coach. So what are some of the things that you need for your team at Bloomfield College?
Well, our team, is very unique. Bloomfield College is the #1 college in the state of New Jersey for social mobility. And it's also the only PBI school in the state, which, is predominantly Black and Hispanic serving institution. We're the only nationally recognized PBI school in the state. And, being a school that enhances social mobility, we have players that are, coming from some difficult socioeconomic situations. And, going to college, playing, baseball in college, is a tremendous opportunity for them to, really grow and take off in their, their personal and their professional careers going forward. So when you think about what goes into a college baseball program, and every program, Division I, Division II, Division III, JUCO, NEI, everybody fundraises, but you have different levels of a starting point. And, we don't have a very high starting point. And, some programs can look to their players to go back to their families and ask them to write a check and, or to donate or to this and that. Our guys, they also work part-time, and they're also, important parts of their household. And there's a lot of responsibility that comes with all that. So filling financial holes from a baseball standpoint is more difficult because our guys are already doing so much for themselves and for their families. So one of the fundraising activities that we're doing is crowdfunding. And, we have a web page set up through our college that, anybody could come in and click on the link and, read a little bit about our team, see some pictures, and donate to, our program and what we're trying to do for our players. And, I'm sure this link, will be posted on social media and in various digital platforms. But, you go in, you check it out, you click on the link. You could donate anywhere from, 5 to 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 or more, whatever, you're comfortable with or, able to provide us. And then once the crowdfunding campaign ends, you receive a tax deductible, form. So, if you're a business and, you're looking for, something to give to, we're a great opportunity there where you can get the write-off. But, what we are fundraising for, and, everything I'm saying about how our guys, are grinding it out and making the most of their opportunity. We have some darn good baseball players. And, you can go look on the Bloomfield website and look at past years, and, it's not a lot to write home about. But we got some really good players, and we got a really good culture shift, and, we're going to surprise a lot of people this year. But, to give them everything they need to reach those heights is difficult for me, because we don't have deep pockets. You know, we're not a Power 5 program that can get 7 hack attacks and get us set up all these cool stations. You know, we're renting out fields, and, you know, we're getting a bucket of balls, and we're getting to work, you know, the old school way. And, you know, like, you know, the other teams in our conference and, you know, at our level, and even levels higher and lower, you know, you take a spring trip to Florida. You know, go somewhere warm, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, California, wherever, you know, for your spring break. And, you know, that's what we're fundraising for. And, you know, I'm trying to get our players on their spring trip free of cost, because I know of all the different financial challenges that, you know, they face, you know, where asking them to put money towards airfare and hotel, transportation, you know, is very difficult for them to do, you know, and where other places may not be as difficult. So that's where, you know, your donation is going, is, you know, providing these guys, you know, a quality, you know, a quality baseball experience. And, you know, we're looking for help in doing that, you know, but, you know, we are helping guys that are going to use their 4 years with us, you know, as an experience that they can take with them into the future to be, you know, successful adults and successful in their, you know, professional careers, and as, you know, as the members of their household that they'll hopefully, you know, one day become the heads of. But, you know, while we got them here, you know, these kids are good, you know, and we have, you know, we had guys sign pro contracts last year. You know, nobody was drafted, you know, but they did sign. But, you know, we have a really good team that, you know, we're coming for the conference championship this year. And, you know, there's a lot of good players that you know, you might hear of in a few months from now. You know, they don't hear of now, but, you know, it'll be a great feeling for a donor to know that they made a positive experience, you know, in that player's college career.
Well, Jack, best of luck with the fundraiser. I'll make sure that we have a link up on the WDHA website. And best of luck to you going forward this year as your first year head coach at Bloomfield College. Thanks for joining us this morning here on the WDHA Jersey Magazine.
Thanks, Jim.